Hi guys! I have no idea if you can hear me. I am going to just check on my laptop that this is working. I am not hopeful. So my craft room, in fact, you know what, I'm just going to go and show you while I get this to load. Let's get it to load. I can't see if anybody's watching. I can't even see if this is actually live. Yes, it does look as if I am live. Right, I'm going to show you what my craft room looks like right now. Actually, can I? No. Let me flip this around so you can see. Right, so my craft room is currently looking quite sparse. I've been getting my floor fixed. There's been some issues with the floor and the lovely guys have come back to sort it. But they've farted it, so I'm not allowed in. So instead, I'm in my dining room, along with, and again, I'm just going to share my shame. So there is a whole load of crafting stuff in my dining room, all the chairs, all the stuff. There's a lot of stuff here. Let me flick back to me. I don't know if he's watching. You're not used to me being on time anyway. But I did want to still do a live video tonight. I'm hoping the sound is working. And so I've got a kit because I thought, why not? I love using the kits and this is one that I haven't made yet. So I'm going to flip it around and we're going to make this kit today. And I've got my point of view camera that I'm going to show you. That's my works laptop. I'm going to pop that to one side. Right. See if I can make the screen a bit wider. Back a wide camera, that looks promising. Okay, right, so this kit is one that I haven't used yet. And I thought when my craft room's all in an absolute guddle, this is the one to use. It's got Mossy Meadow, which I have pulled out my Mossy Meadow ink pad before they put the varnish down. It's got this stamp set, Happily Ever After, Thank You, Kindly Deliver To, Welcome Baby, Sweet Little One, Congratulations from all of us for all you do, and lots of little symbols and shapes, which is quite cool. And then this is the kit. So this kit is the Happy Happenings kit. I haven't opened it, haven't used it, so that's why I thought it would be good for tonight. I am going to say the lighting is not great in here because I don't have a light in my dining room at the moment. When the craft room ceiling fell down, the light in the craft room got damaged, and so the light in the dining room got moved into that because that's the room that I'm normally in. And I do normally have a lamp, but the bulb has burst on that lamp as well. So if this is too dark, I am sorry. There's not a huge amount I can do. Right, so that's for the stamps. I also can't see, I was going to say I can't see any comments, but I can if I put it up onto my laptop, which is beside me. And then that way I can at least say hello. So hi to everybody who's watching on YouTube. Hi to everybody who's watching on Facebook. Hi to everyone who's watching on Twitch, because it should be on Twitch as well. I tried to get it onto TikTok, but I couldn't get that to work and I didn't want to be too late. So if you do say hello, I'm trying to keep an eye on comments. I haven't seen any yet. And I want to mute it. Although, oh yes, right, so I should be able to see comments off to one side. Right, what have we got in here? Let's do this unboxing. So, envelopes, they're quite nice. What colour are these? Because it's a bit darker, I'm sure it's harder to see the colours as they usually are. Cloud Cover, Daffodil Delight, Mossy Meadow, Old Olive, Petal Pink and Timid Tiger. Those are the colours in this kit. So these are Cloud Cover envelopes, which are quite pretty. Then we've got, these are quite cool, so these oval shaped cards. So this kit makes 9 cards, 3 each of 3 designs. And so you've got the cloud cover, the Daffodil Delight and the Petal Pink. And you probably can't see, but these are patterns. So these ones have got like this texture printed on them. That's quite nice. Let's pop them over there. What else have we got? Those will be the sheets for the sentiments. Push all this off to one side. We've got some printed pieces as well. More printed pop-out pieces. These are layers. There's quite a lot in this kit. Ooh, these are pretty. These are kind of like scalloped and slightly decorated pieces. Put that over there. I've got these leafy bits. The daisies are very pretty. More pop-out cut-out pieces. All right, so, and then we've got clear block, which is good because I can't get to my clear blocks in my room. And we've got some adhesive, tear tape, glue dots, dimensionals, and oh, these are nice. These are like clear, what do you call these? Resin dots. They're quite pretty. So let's put all of them over there and let's start to make one of these cards. So the first one up, using the instructions, is the yellow one, so the Daffodil Delight. So let's start with that. I did pull out a bone folder and a pair of scissors, although I don't actually think you need scissors because there's no twine or ribbon or anything with this one. So what do we do first? So we've got this speckled piece. When I have a small spot, a small stamp and a big pad, I like doing it on a corner because then I can position it a bit better. Right, looking to see where this goes. Because I was thinking, what are those other bits in the instructions? But I think these are the gems as well. So we have some of these go down first in my Mossy Meadow, which is here. Right, so. And I also pulled out my Stampin' Scrub, so I had something to clean things off with. So we put a little splatter on there. We put some there. And we put some there. This is very much one of these trust the process type things. Now, I did have my scrub. Did you see where my scrub went? Definitely pulled it out. I had it here. Oh, no, I didn't, because it's right. Okay, we are going through all of the stuff. I knew it was here already. That's the thing. It's in my trolley that normally lives underneath my desk. I did bring the mist though, because I wanted to make sure that I had the mist to go with it. Right. Do you know what? This is going to sound a bit daft, and I apologise for anybody else who's got one of these, but Alexa, turn on hall light. Because it's really getting quite dark in here. Hey! And if I open up my door, I can maybe get a bit of light from the hall to see what's going on. Can you guys see all right? I can see there's a couple of people watching. I can't see any comments, but maybe you've not done any comments. That is possible. So, what do I need? I need this piece here. So we're going to pop this out. And we need one of these long, thin pieces as well. Actually, I'm going to stamp this while it's still on the sheet, because it's easier. I find it easier that way. So, what do I want? Thank you. Let's do the thank you stamp. Ink it up. And stamp it in the center. There we go. How's everybody doing? Hopefully the weather is treating you kindly. I know we haven't had massively hot weather in Scotland like some of our English friends have had. Right, what do we do? For all you do. Thank you for all you do. So it's this one here. But it was actually quite nice yesterday. Although today it's been rainy. I don't know if it's been raining where you are. One of the things I'm noticing, because I didn't bring my grid paper or my glass mat or anything like that, I'm being very careful where I stamp, because this table has got like ridges and stuff on it, and if I stamp like over the top of one of those ridges, I'm not going to get as nice an image. Thank you for all you do. And you may be like, Emma, you didn't center it. The instructions say that it needs to go off to one side. So I am kind of trusting the process. Do you know what, ladies and gentlemen, I think we are just going to do the one card tonight, because I'm really struggling to see here. Some of you know I've got an issue going on with my eye at the moment anyway. And I kind of see a little bit from the light of my laptop screen, but not as much as I would like. So we're just going to do one of these, and then I think I'm going to call it a night. But I should be back in the room next week. That is the plan. The chap's coming back tomorrow, so there's a layer of varnish that's gone on tonight, and then there's another layer going on tomorrow, and then another layer going on Friday, and then it needs 72 hours to kind of like dry and cure, and then it should be good. 72 hours, that's 3 days. So if he finishes it on Friday, then Saturday, Sunday, Monday, call it Tuesday, should be fine. Of course, the bank holiday is Monday. Well, I say the bank holiday. For Scotland, it's not our bank holiday. But I work for an English company, and therefore I have the English bank holidays. So I am off on Monday. There we go. Right, and then I need these tiny little flower pieces here, which again, I find it's easier to stamp them while they're still on the sheet. Need to do 3 of these. There we go. Yay! Hey, Margaret! Glad you're here. You're the first person to comment, and you've kind of reassured me that A, people are here, and that B, people are commenting, because I'm using a different setup that I normally use, and I was getting slightly paranoid that it wasn't working. But you're here, and I'm glad you're here. Right, let's start. I was going to say let's start doing some assemblying, but I need to just pop out some more of these pieces. Some of the kits, some people think that, you know, kits are a waste of time because they're too easy. This kit's actually quite detailed. There's quite a lot to it. Some of the kits can be quite complicated. There's a Christmas one that we've got called Calm and Bright, which is stunning. It really is, but it is not a beginner's kit. And some of our kits are very beginnery, and I get that some people think that they're too easy, but then there are other kits that are absolutely not beginner's kits. Ooh. And while I wouldn't necessarily say this is this is not a beginner's kit. It's not an overly advanced kit, but it's also not a super, super simple kit either. Right, I'm going to use my scissors just to put the gems on. You couldn't get on YouTube for some reason. I'm not sure if it's working on YouTube tonight. As I say, I don't have my normal setup, so apologies for all the normal YouTube viewers. It did take me a while to get this to connect. I'm just glad it did in the end. It's potentially a verification thing that missed off. Right, let's put these little gems on. That's the other thing with a point of view camera. It's kind of dangling around my neck, so I can't easily see what you're seeing. I'm hoping this is kind of working. Not the greatest of views. Right, what do you do next? Okay, do you know what you do? You're meant to read the instructions better than I have, because you don't do this stuff directly onto the card blank. You do it onto this yellow oval piece. And then there's another oval, I think, is it this white one that this goes onto? Yep. Okay. Do you know what? This is still fixable. I can fix this. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to put the stamps onto this piece that I should have done in the first place. So I've put onto the card blank. And that's not going to be a problem because we're going to cover it up. I think I've said this to you before, my niece who came over and we crafted together, and she was getting very stressed about it wasn't doing what she wanted it to do. And I kept saying, you know, it is just paper. It will do your bidding. And the same applies here. This is just paper and card and stamps, and it will do what I tell it to do. So let's put those splodges onto our oval, cleaning off the stamp as we go. Oops. The other thing, I don't know how people use these point of view cameras, but even after like, what's that been, 20 minutes? My pack's killing me. It's quite tricky. Right, let's see if I can lift these pieces off. Managed to get it off. Is there enough glue on the back there? Yes. Right, let's stick the glue on there. If you've got these pieces that need to come off, bending them slightly will help them lift a bit easier. And if they don't stick down completely, I'm fully ready to stick them on with some Tombow, which again I think I have in my trolley, but actually they're coming off not too badly. Let's pop that there. Right. See, this is why they say make sure you read all the instructions before you start, don't they? It's like at school in an exam where they would give you a really difficult exam, but they would say at the start, make sure you read all the instructions before you start. And then the very last question would be something like, ignore all of the questions and just instead sit with your hand up in the air or something like that. Right, so this piece, yeah, so you see that goes on like that and this goes on here. So let's put this on first. And then this piece goes on with foam pads. Oh, and they're mini foam pads as well. Just a quick heads up for those watching. We will be at the SECC in October, so be sure to come by and say hello. We have started planning for what the stand is going to look like and what we're going to demo, what we're going to bring. We're going to have some kits. So if you've ever been tempted or if you're interested in trying a kit, we will have some there for you to purchase and take away on the day. But we'll also be demoing some of the other products. We will be showing off the things from the new September to December catalogue, which is the Christmas catalogue, which I think is really exciting. And there's some lovely things in there. Lovely things. And we'll also be showing off the new hot foil system. So, along with a whole load of other stuff as well. Honestly, there's so much to show this year. And we're really looking forward to it. So, right, let's put these on. Do I wobble quite a bit? Sorry. It's this point of view camera. As I say, it's really quite hard to control. I don't have the one that I normally use, which is like mounted above my desk. So I am trying to balance as best as I can. But thank you for the feedback. I shall try harder not to wobble. Oops, I also didn't bring a bin with me, so I'm going to have to put all of those things off to one side and sort them later. Right, so this goes up here, and these pieces peeling it off. And here. Next week's video is likely to be a bit of an unboxing for some new goodies. I have ordered some of the new hot foil stuff and some of the Christmas stuff, which is gorgeous. I love it, and I'm really, really looking forward to sharing it with you, and I hope you love it too. Where's the sentiment? All right. Kind of prop this up in front of me so I can see what you're meant to do. So this needs foam pads. What kit is this? This is, that's a good question, Happy Happenings kit. There are 3 different designs and you get to make 3 cards of each of the 3 designs, and they're all oval cards. So this first one is Daffodil Delight, so that's the yellowy shade. And then I've got, is it Petal Pink? It's one of the pink ones, and Cloud Cover is the pale blue one. So they're really pretty. And I'm enjoying putting it together. As I say, it's more involved, and into, oh, I've put that on back to front. Did nobody notice I was putting that on upside down? Emma, you should have noticed you were putting it on upside down. See, I now had a mad panic that I'd actually had the whole card round the wrong way. Oh dear. Right, glue dots on the back of... Right, a minute. Stay with my foam dimensionals on the back of this big peachy one. And then out of these 3 little ones, they all have two of them have glue dots and one of them has a foam pad. Okay. You don't have to follow the instructions. You can do it however you choose. But when your brain is exhausted from a busy day and you just want an easy crafting experience, sometimes it's nice to just follow the instructions and not have to worry about it or think too much about it. And ladies and gentlemen, that is the stage I'm definitely at tonight. As I say, having builders in the house and workmen, and it's been cold all day. It's been cold because the door's been open because they've been coming in and out. Oh, and next door neighbour's cat invited herself in at one point, so we had to chase her out. She has a track record of getting herself lost places, and the last thing I wanted was for her to be accidentally like stuck in our pantry or something. Let's see. Right, so this goes here. And then this one, this one has the foam pad. Does it? No, it doesn't. It has a glue dot. You had to laugh. Oh, I'm laughing too, don't worry. It's definitely one of these, if you didn't laugh, you'd cry type scenarios. Do you know what? When I finish this card, I'm going to take it out into the hall, into the proper light, so you can see it, because I do feel like I'm doing this kind of like in darkness. Let's put that, kind of goes underneath there. This one with the foam pad definitely goes up at the top here. Do you know what? This is quite a pretty card, if I do say so myself. That one goes there. There you go. What do you think? So you've got the little gem. Do you know what? I know that gem's meant to be over at that side, but actually I think it's all right over at the right hand side. Let me take it out into the daylight. Let's get the envelope that goes with it, so you can see with the cloud cover. What do you think? Thank you. Oval shaped card. It's quite nice for a change. And then you've got the dimension on it, so this bit's layered up, that bit's layered up, but it's still thin enough that it'll go through the post without you needing a large letter stamp. Okay, do you know what, guys? I'm sorry, we are going to call a halt to it at this point because I need to be at a table and it's too dark in here to really craft anymore. So, oh, you like it, Margaret? Thank you. I think it is pretty. It's a kit, so it's not like I'm claiming credit for the design. But yeah, so the other ones, just so that you can see on the front of the kit, there's a cloud cover one, the Daffodil Delight one that we've done, and then a petal pink one as well. So it's quite a nice kit, and there's lots of different bits in it. So right, I'm going to take this down and flip the camera around just to say bye-bye. Thank you for watching. I promise next week will be a bit better because hopefully I should be back in my room by that point. As always, any questions, then just get in touch and have a good week. All right, take care, everyone.